600% for Manchester City.
Once a City fan, always a City fan. United pile up the trophies, City pile on the misery. A new BBC film based on the book Manchester United Ruined My Life explores the fans' terminal condition.
Manchester United 4, Sheffield Wednesday 0. West Bromwich Albion 9, Manchester City 2.
The whole difference between City and United is the age-old battle between faith and reason. Reason tells you to support United. They win lots of matches. They're a famous side all over the world. But the faith is something that United supporters never understand. You can't do it. If your roots are in Manchester City's soil, you can't uproot them.
Yet City manages to uproot managers by the sackload, 17 in 25 years. Frank Clark was the latest through the revolving doors after just 14 months. For City and their fans, a case of déjà blue. In the 70s, the good times were still rolling. A bulldozer of a striker was filling his boots. Now he's got to get his feet under the table. Royle, the goal scorer, now becomes Royle, the manager. His first job winning over the fans.
Now we've just got to stop whinging and whining and get on with it. And we've got to do it starting down there on the pitch.
It's torture. It's just a nightmare. You know, it's just Mickey taking wherever you go. I've got Stockport fans at work giving it me now.
I am 61 and I've been coming here for 50 years. And last Saturday was absolutely the worst. I was just sat there totally bored right through the game.
We're playing like 11 people that have never even been introduced. And when you consider the money they're actually being paid, they should at least be able to pass the ball to each other.
I don't think this is the only change needs to be made. I think right at the top, it's got to start there now. Give Joe Royle a chance, but get rid of Francis Lee.
The managers aren't good enough for him, and the players always give up.
It won't be so bad if we've got value for money, but it's like a comedy show coming here every home match.
You know, they've got their right to have their say. So we've got to sort it out for them. We've got to show them a bit of loyalty as well. You know, they've been loyal to us, and we've got to make sure that we don't go down this season.
The big question then, with 14 games left in Division 1, can Joe Royle get Manchester City out of jail? On Wednesday night, his first game in charge, City went 1 up, but still conceded 2 Ipswich goals in the last few minutes. For the faithful, it was the same frustrating story.
It's a fantastic challenge, but more than anything else, it's a fantastic club. I mean, it's a modern-day phenomenon whereby a club that has been unsuccessful, made unsuccessful an art, and has 28,000 people turning up to watch them. It's almost become a cult thing now. You know, we know we're bad, but we're turning up to watch it. Fantastic supporters. So just imagine when they've got a little bit to cheer about, when something goes well, what they'll be. I mean, I'm fortunate. I played here for 3 years. We were runners-up in the league. We won the League Cup. We played against Juventus in European games here, and the place was hopping.
Royle's flick. Kid!
You've got a bit of a reputation in the business as being a firefighter, a man who thrives in this kind of situation. Would you agree with that?
Well, I think that's one of the things that Francis has brought me in for. You know, I had 3 seasons of a similar situation at Oldham. When I went into Everton, they had 8 points after a third of the season, and we stayed up. This is a similar position, certainly a very similar position, if not slightly worse at this stage, because of course there's only 14 games left.
Only here can a team struggle against relegation, yet possess a player of sublime talent like Georgie Kinkladze. Will Royle sell him to shore up the side? One way or another, he's got to reduce a huge squad of players. Time for tough decisions.
There's also, I think, 15 players on the list and available. And there's so many players here that keep turning a corner and bumping into somebody else that I was forgotten about. There might be another 15. But what we have to do is quickly sort the wheat from the chaff and improve on it.
And all this against a background of boardroom unrest and rumours of takeovers. Joe Royle will need the dexterity of a juggler to put things right both on and off the field.
I have to totally detach myself from that. I would hope that after 1 game only, albeit a defeat, the protests weren't against me. You know, and I'll continue to work with the team, with the players, with my staff, and hopefully with the fans to get the club out of it. But we're in a very precarious position.
Oh, but now we've got Joe Royle. Will we keep Kinky at the club? I'd walk 1,000,000 miles, but I only live down the road. But is that the reason why the 30,000 sing City till I die? You know they do, they really do. Thank you.
The important thing to remember is you cannot sell good players and replace them with dross, as City have done. Hinchcliffe to Everton, Henry and Fritloff to Blackburn Rovers, Lomas to West Ham, where he's playing wondrous football. We've bought non-entities to replace them. You just can't do that. Kincladze will have to go. He can't play in this division. And I scratch my head and wonder, shall we be playing Macclesfield Town in the 2nd division come next season?
Stuart Hall and Steve Lee reporting. I don't think Steve was the guy doing this singing. Mark, in the time Alex